Why do Sigma males find themselves walking a solitary path, navigating the world with few or no companions by their side? Before we unravel the enigma surrounding Sigma males, let's first understand who they are. Sigma males are individuals who defy conventional social norms, charting their course with independence and self-assurance. They possess a rare blend of intelligence, creativity, and introspection, often shunning the spotlight in favor of solitude. But with great depth comes great isolation. Sigma males, while admired for their resilience and self-reliance, often find themselves at odds with the extroverted rhythms of society. Their reluctance to conform to social expectations and their preference for authenticity over superficial connections can leave them standing alone in a crowd. Yet amidst the solitude lies a profound truth. Sigma males are not devoid of connection or companionship. Rather, they cherish meaningful interactions over casual acquaintances. Their small circle of friends consists of individuals who appreciate their depth, value their authenticity, and respect their need for space. So, why do Sigma males have few or no friends? It's not a testament to their inadequacy, but a reflection of their discerning nature. They prioritize quality over quantity, choosing solitude over shallow connections, and authenticity over conformity. But this selective approach to relationships often leads them to have fewer friends. The first reason lies in their fiercely independent nature. You see, Sigma males are the embodiment of independence. They are the lone wolves, the solo travelers, the ones who walk a path that is uniquely their own. This fierce independence is something that they take immense pride in, and it is also something that heavily influences their social interactions or lack thereof. Now, the thing about independence is that it is often a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it means that Sigma males are self-reliant, capable, and they don't need others to validate their worth. They are comfortable in their own skin, in their own company, and they rarely feel the need to conform to societal norms or expectations. They are not swayed by the opinions of others, and they live life on their own terms. But on the other hand, this very independence can sometimes become a barrier in forming meaningful relationships. Sigma males, with their preference for solitude, can often find it difficult to connect with others on a deeper level. They may come across as distant or detached, not because they lack emotions or empathy, but simply because they value their space and solitude. This doesn't mean that Sigma males are incapable of forming friendships, or that they don't value human connection. It's just that they are selective about who they let into their world. They seek depth in relationships, not mere surface-level interactions. They want connections that are real, authentic, and meaningful, and they are not afraid to wait for such connections to come along. So it's not that Sigma males choose to have fewer friends. It's just that their fiercely independent nature, their preference for solitude, and their desire for meaningful connections can sometimes make it challenging for them to form and maintain friendships. They are not aloof. They are not antisocial. They are just independent to a fault. Their independence can often be misconstrued as aloofness. But remember, beneath the surface of independence and solitude lies a Sigma male who values authenticity and depth over quantity in relationships. Sigma males are often referred to as lone wolves. Let's delve into why. Imagine a wolf, solitary yet strong, navigating the world on his own terms. This is the Sigma male. Often misunderstood, they are individuals who prefer their own company to the hustle and bustle of social circles. This isn't due to any form of social anxiety or fear of interaction. Rather, it is a conscious choice, a preference for solitude and introspection over constant social engagement. Sigma males have an innate sense of self that doesn't require external validation. They find comfort in their own thoughts, ideas, and projects, and are often most productive when left to their own devices. This can make them seem distant, even unapproachable to some, but it's not out of disdain for others. Sigma males simply value their personal space and independence above all else. They often exist on the periphery, observing and absorbing information from a distance. While some might see this as aloofness, it's more of a strategic withdrawal. They choose to engage on their own terms when they find it necessary or beneficial. This can lead to a perception of them being somewhat mysterious or elusive, adding to their enigmatic allure. However, this lone wolf syndrome can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows Sigma males to maintain their autonomy and freedom. On the other, it can create an invisible barrier that keeps others at arm's length, making it difficult for them to form close, meaningful relationships. This is not due to a lack of desire for connection, but rather a difference in how they approach it. Sigma males are not heartless. They too crave companionship and connection, but they seek depth over quantity. They value meaningful, profound interactions over superficial social niceties. In essence, Sigma males are the epitome of the phrase, "still waters run deep." Their preference for solitude is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to their strength and self-assuredness. They are comfortable in their solitude, which can make it hard for others to connect with them. Sigma males are the epitome of non-conformity. They are the mavericks, the free spirits, the trailblazers of the world. They don't follow the crowd, they don't abide by societal norms, and they certainly don't fit into the neatly packaged boxes that society tries to place them in. They are the living embodiment of the phrase, "I walk to the beat of my own drum." In a world that often values conformity, a Sigma male's non-conformist nature can stick out like a sore thumb. They don't just go along with the status quo. Instead, they question, they challenge, they seek to understand and then make their own decisions. They are not swayed by popular opinion or peer pressure. They are guided by their own inner compass, their own unique perspective on life. This non-conformity extends to their social interactions as well. They don't engage in small talk or meaningless conversations. They don't participate in activities or events just because everyone else is doing it. They are selective about who they spend their time with and what they spend their time on. They value quality over quantity, depth over breadth. But this non-conformity can also create a barrier. Others may find it difficult to relate to them, to understand their perspectives or their choices. They may be seen as odd, eccentric, or just plain different. This can lead to misunderstandings, misconceptions, and even prejudices. It can create a distance, a gap that is often hard to bridge. And so, Sigma males often find themselves on the fringes of social circles. They have fewer friendships, not because they are incapable of friendship, but because their non-conformity can be intimidating, can be hard to comprehend for those who are more accustomed to the norms and conventions of society. They are often misunderstood, misjudged, and misinterpreted. But for the Sigma male, this is a price they are willing to pay. They value their independence, their freedom, their uniqueness. They would rather be true to themselves, even if it means standing alone. Their non-conformity can be intimidating to others, leading to fewer friendships. But for them, it's not about the quantity of friendships, but the quality. And in their journey of non-conformity, they find a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. Emotions in Sigma males can be a complex topic. This complexity arises from the emotional resilience that Sigma males often possess, which can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows them to navigate through life's ups and downs with a sense of equilibrium, unfazed by the emotional turmoil that may affect others. However, this emotional resilience can also make them seem distant, detached, and even aloof. Sigma males are often seen as masters of self-control. They rarely wear their hearts on their sleeves and prefer to keep their feelings tucked away, guarded behind a wall of stoicism. This emotional stoicism, while it can be admirable, can also make them appear unapproachable and hard to connect with on a deeper level. This emotional unavailability stems from their innate desire for self-preservation. Sigma males value their independence and personal space immensely. They are wary of anything or anyone that might infringe upon their autonomy, including emotional connections. They fear that showing vulnerability may open them up to manipulation or exploitation, and so they often choose to keep their feelings under wraps. However, this emotional reticence can have its drawbacks. It can create a barrier that prevents others from getting to know the real person behind the stoic exterior. It can make it difficult for Sigma males to form deep, meaningful relationships, as they often struggle to express their feelings and emotions openly. This lack of emotional transparency can lead to misunderstandings, miscommunications, and even strained relationships. Despite their emotional aloofness, Sigma males are not devoid of feelings. They experience the full range of human emotions, just like anyone else. They love, they hurt, They rejoice, they grieve. They just choose to experience these emotions in their own private space, away from the prying eyes of the world. In the end, understanding a Sigma male's emotional unavailability is a journey, a puzzle to be solved. It requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to respect their need for emotional autonomy. It's a complex dance of give and take, of understanding and acceptance. Their emotional unavailability can make it hard for others to truly know them. But for those who are patient, the reward is the privilege of knowing a Sigma male in all his complexity and depth. Sigma males are often seen as mysterious and elusive. They're like the enigma wrapped in a riddle, hidden away from the world. This air of mystery that surrounds them is part of their undeniable charm, but it's also a double-edged sword. You see, Sigma males don't wear their hearts on their sleeves. They don't feel the need to share their thoughts, feelings, or plans with others. They're like a puzzle box, intricate and fascinating, but also challenging to decode. It's this elusive nature that can make them incredibly intriguing to those around them. Who doesn't love a good mystery, right? They're the ones who keep their cards close to their chest, always leaving others guessing about their next move. Their silence is not an empty one. Rather, it's filled with thoughts, ideas, and possibilities that are shared with very few or no one at all. They're the masters of their own world, guided by their own rules and timelines. However, this same mysteriousness can be frustrating for those trying to form close friendships with them. It's like trying to befriend a shadow. You see it, you know it's there, but you can't quite grasp it. Sigma males are not ones for small talk or superficial relationships. They crave depth and authenticity and are selective about who they let into their inner circle. Their elusive nature can make it difficult for others to understand them. They may come across as distant or detached, not because they don't care, but because they're selective about who they share their world with. Their silence is not a sign of disinterest, but rather a sign of introspection. However, it's essential to remember that their mysteriousness is not a barrier, but a filter. It filters out those who don't resonate with their wavelength, those who can't appreciate their depth, and those who are not ready to delve into the profound realms of a Sigma male's mind. So yes, Sigma males are the mystery men of our world. They're intriguing, captivating, and frustratingly elusive all at the same time. Their mystery can be a barrier to forming close friendships. But for those who are patient enough and willing to understand their complexity, they offer a friendship that is deep, meaningful, and incredibly enriching. Sigma males are the embodiment of self-sufficiency. This is a trait that sets them apart, a defining characteristic that shapes their interactions with the world. They are the lone wolves, the silent observers, the men who navigate life's challenges with a quiet, unyielding determination. Sigma males are often seen as the epitome of resilience, able to stand firm in the face of adversity. They are the individuals who, when life throws them a curveball, step up to the plate and hit it right back. They are not ones to be easily swayed by the storm, but rather, they are the ones who dance in the rain. But what does this self-sufficiency mean in the context of relationships and friendships? Well, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, their self-reliance can be incredibly admirable. It's hard not to respect someone who can handle any situation with grace and composure, who doesn't need to lean on others for support. In a world where so many of us are dependent on external validation, the Sigma male's self-sufficiency is refreshing. On the other hand, this self-sufficiency can create barriers. Friendships are built on mutual support and understanding. They require give and take, a balance of independence and interdependence. But Sigma males, in their self-sufficiency, often struggle with this balance. They are so accustomed to relying on themselves that they can find it difficult to let others in, to share their burdens and joys. This doesn't mean that Sigma males are incapable of forming meaningful relationships. Far from it. It simply means that their approach is different. They may not have a wide circle of friends, but the friendships they do form are often deep and enduring. They value quality over quantity, substance over form. However, it's important to understand that their self-sufficiency often means they don't seek out friendships. They don't need the validation that comes from being part of a group. They are content in their own company, confident in their own abilities. They are the embodiment of the saying, "I am enough." Their self-sufficiency often means they don't seek out friendships. But when they do, those friendships are nothing short of extraordinary. Lastly, Sigma males are often highly intelligent and analytical. They have a keen eye for detail and a mind that never rests, always seeking to dissect and understand the world around them. They are the thinkers, the philosophers, the strategists. This intellectual prowess is a double-edged sword, however, as it can often come across as intimidating to others. Sigma males with their analytical minds are like walking encyclopedias. They tend to have a broad knowledge base and can converse on a wide range of topics. This can be impressive, but it can also be overwhelming. They are not the type to engage in small talk or idle chatter. They prefer deep, meaningful conversations, often about complex subjects. This thirst for knowledge and depth can make casual interactions challenging. Furthermore, their critical thinking skills can be off-putting to some. Sigma males are not easily swayed by emotions or superficialities. They question everything. They probe. They analyze. This can make them seem cold or aloof, as they're often more interested in ideas and facts than in personal feelings or societal conventions. This intellectual intimidation is not a deliberate act. Sigma males do not seek to alienate others with their intellect. Rather, it is a byproduct of their innate curiosity and analytical nature. They are often unaware of the effect their intellectual prowess can have on others. However, this does not mean that Sigma males are incapable of forming meaningful relationships. Quite the contrary. When they find someone who can match their intellectual curiosity, they can form deep, lasting bonds. They appreciate those who can challenge them, who can engage with them on an intellectual level. But the harsh reality is that this is not always easy to find. Many people are intimidated by their intellect, their analytical nature, their relentless pursuit of knowledge. This can make it difficult for Sigma males to connect with others on a casual level. Their intellect can sometimes create a barrier, making it harder for others to relate to them. Sigma males are a paradox in the social world. They exist on the fringes of our carefully categorized social structures, challenging our ideas of what it means to be a part of a community. As we dive into the enigma that is the Sigma male, we'll see that the very traits that define them can be both a blessing and a curse. Let's begin with their intense independence. Sigma males are self-reliant to a fault. They don't rely on others for validation or support, which is admirable. But it also means they often find themselves alone, even when they're surrounded by others. This sense of isolation is deepened by the so-called lone wolf syndrome. Sigma males are often seen as solitary creatures, preferring their own company to that of others. This independent streak, while liberating, can make it difficult for them to forge deep, meaningful connections. Next, we have the non-conformity. Sigma males go against the grain, rejecting societal norms and expectations. They march to the beat of their own drum, and while this non-conformist attitude is a testament to their individuality, it can also make them seem aloof or distant, further complicating their social interactions. Their emotional unavailability is another factor. Sigma males are often seen as stoic and reserved, which can be mistaken for indifference or apathy. This emotional aloofness can make it challenging for others to connect with them on a deeper level. The mysteriousness of Sigma males is another characteristic that sets them apart. They are the puzzle that few can solve, the riddle wrapped in an enigma. This air of mystery can be attractive, but it can also create a barrier between them and potential friends. After all, it's difficult to form a connection with someone you don't fully understand. Their self-sufficiency is another double-edged sword. Sigma males don't need others to thrive. They can handle their problems and navigate their lives without assistance. But this independence can also make them seem unapproachable or intimidating. Lastly, their intimidating intellect. Sigma males are often highly intelligent, with a thirst for knowledge that's hard to quench. This intellectual prowess can be awe-inspiring, but it can also make others feel insecure or inadequate, which can hinder the formation of friendships. The Sigma paradox, as it's often called, is the dichotomy of being a Sigma male. Their independence, non-conformity, emotional unavailability, mysteriousness, self-sufficiency, and intimidating intellect make them unique, but these same traits can also isolate them from others. They are the lone wolf, the enigma, the outsider. And while they may not fit neatly into our social constructs, they have their own distinct place in the social order. Understanding Sigma males can help us appreciate their unique place in our social world, and perhaps make it a bit easier for them to form the connections they deserve. As we continue to explore the complexities of human interaction, let's remember to embrace the paradoxes, for they are what make us human.